In just 5 minutes, I'll explain you all the principles you need to know in order to draw this cool hammer. Now, let's call this series 5-Minute Fridays. And here's the deal. If I make it under 5 minutes in explaining these concepts, I get to plug Artwod and you have to listen to it. If not, then you still win. Sounds like a fair deal to me. All right, Waddy, set the time. Let's go. So, the first thing we need to learn is single and multiple rounding of boxes. Now, essentially, this is necessary because we want to understand how to manipulate simple boxes to make them look seemingly more complex. All in all, the concept is easy. We take a box and we cut a corner by rounding it off. If we do it in an orthographic view, which is a side view, then we're only altering the look of one side. Now, if we want to alter the look of all of the sides of the box, we need to use what we call multiple rounding. This can be a little bit more complicated to understand than single rounding, although still very easy to learn once we practice it. The easiest way to explain this is by projecting outward, meaning that we first round off the corners of the plane using single rounding. Then we project a similar plane outward, and then we connect the corner of that projected plane to the intersection of the rounded off corner. This sounds complicated, but it's very easy to do graphically or on paper. Next up, we need to learn box carving. Now, this is a simple concept where we learn to literally shave off pieces of a box in any direction. And the easiest way, again, to do this is to project a 2D plane in perspective and connect the dots. Now, as you get a little bit more confident, we can try and just carve out shapes intuitively from this box. After all, we want to learn drawing with much more intuition and a lot more spatial awareness. After all, these are the fundamentals of drawing. Then, we should do the same for cylinders. We should start carving out cylinders in one particular orthographic view. So again, like a dead straight-on side view at first, so that we can understand how to carve into a cylinder. Once we can do that, we can carve out more advanced shapes out of the side view and redraw these in space. Now, this will take some practice, but it's really cool to do. First, we need to understand just simple carving, and then we can take the side view and create a nice graphic shape such as a pillar or a chess piece, and then we do the exact same thing where we carve out that particular form out of the cylinder. Now, again, at first this will look a little bit wonky because all in all it's not an actual projection, but that's how I would practice it first. In reality, it's actually a circular projection where we have the side view projected in 360 degrees to form literally that pillar or that chess piece. Now, lastly is my Artwod favorite, contour manipulation of the cylinder. So this is where we basically take the top view, which for a cylinder is a circle, and we alter it to a new, more organic shape. Then we just redraw that cylinder. It's basically very similar to the concept of box carving where we project in space. But again, we're doing it with a little bit more complicated form and more intuition for the cylinder. If we combine all of these, we can literally build a hammer from imagination in whatever way we choose just by applying these concepts. You can see how cool drawing can be when you understand these actual fundamental principles. All right, how are we on time? Ooh, we made it! Nice! Here we go. Artwod is the absolute future way of learning how to draw. Our roadmap provides bite-sized learning videos and easy to follow and fun assignments. That's important. And then you can just apply what you learned by doing it step by step. In fact, drawing this hammer is a complete section in our beginner road, with all of the concepts that I just explained in much more detail and fantastic exercises for you to practice them. Not only will you learn, you will also stay motivated due to our unique progress tracking system and our gamified elements that offer you rewards for your efforts. So you know you're doing well, all right? Go check out Artwod today at artwod.com. Oh, and tell your friends.